Welcome to Dark Horizon Creations. I'm Mike, and this time we're taking a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Archive Shoretrooper action figure. Now, if you hadn't already, please follow, like, and subscribe to my social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Don't forget to hit that bell icon so you get a notification of when I post new content. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you and a Happy New Year. You know, Christmas is my favorite time of year. For me, the holidays start in September because that is the lead up to Halloween and then Thanksgiving and then Christmas, and it just kind of lasts all season long. You know, I never want Christmas to end. My ideal Christmas would be spending Christmas in England in an old country home with snow blanketing the ground around a warm fireplace with a Christmas tree by the window, the lights turned down, and Jen Erso by my side. Yes, I love Jen Erso. She's awesome. So here we have the Rogue One Shoretrooper action figure. Now, this is a re-release of the original Black Series Shoretrooper from 2016. It is a repaint. And, you know, these figures are being re-released in the Archive series as part of a celebration in honor of Lucasfilm's 50th anniversary. This particular figure is very special to me because I like the Shoretrooper armor design. It's a minimalist type design for Stormtroopers when they're deployed in hot weather environments and low threat areas. It provides them greater flexibility and maneuverability. They're able to move from point A to point B, engage a threat without the excess weight of full Stormtrooper armor. Now, anytime you see these particular Stormtroopers, they are always deployed in supplement of standard Stormtrooper garrisons, not to replace them. And if you watch Rogue One carefully, you'll see that. This particular action figure does include the E11d Blaster. He has a ammo pouch there slung on his waist. And you can see that this is the standard Shoretrooper. This is not the squad leader or the officer. On the back of the packaging, it just has a brief bio of the Shoretrooper. It says Specialist Stormtroopers stationed at the top secret Imperial military headquarters on Scarif. Shoretroopers patrol the beaches and bunkers of the planetary facility. All right, here is the Specialist Stormtrooper outside of the packaging. That's the correct term for these guys, and it's listed as that on the card back versus referring to them as Shoretroopers. That's just the, I guess, nickname that they were given during production, and it stuck, and that's what all the products got labeled as for these figures. And you can see he looks really cool. There are differences with the paint apps there. I wish I still had the original one that I purchased, and I don't have it for comparison, but I can tell you firsthand there are different paint apps on this figure. There's a lot of additional weathering on this figure that you didn't have on the original. It's still a really cool looking figure. Up close, you can see the additional weathering on the chest armor and the helmet there. Shoulder armor. Just all the way around. They did a good job on these figures. No, I don't have one of those cool little turntable displays. And speaking of displays, you know, that's my one complaint about the Black Series. I think each and every one of these figures should include a display stand. There is nothing more frustrating than having to order a slew of display stands from a third party because we don't get them with the Black Series figures. I would rather pay $2 or $3 extra for these figures and have a display stand included. As far as articulation is concerned, his head on a really tight ball joint. All the joints on this figure are really tight, really cool. I do love how his helmet will move, pivot up and down. Forward and lateral movement at the shoulder. And no bicep rotation. Elbow rotation. Single jointed elbow, wrist swivel, and pivot. Torso, of course, is on a ball joint. And let's see if he has waist swivel. No, I don't believe he does. Forward and lateral movement at the thigh rotation, double jointed knee, and his foot will pivot and rotate. Let's stand him back here for just a moment. And here's the E11d Blaster. You guys can see it's got some nice weathering detailing on there. One of the things I want to point out is right here. In Star Wars, a flashlight is referred to as a glow rod. And these are the first time that we see in a live action film where the blasters have glow rods attached to them. And that's really a real world takeaway from tactical weapons that have weapon lights on them, enabling the user to search areas or identify threats in low light conditions using a weapon light. And that's why they have these on there. The Rebel Alliance weapons that the Pathfinders are using in Star Wars, they also have them. And I think some of the weapons used by Saul's partisan forces also had glow rods attached to them. And he can easily hold his blaster, which is cool. And one of the things that you'll notice in Rogue One, some of the Shoretroopers have the E22 heavy repeating blaster. It has dual barrels. And a lot of the Shoretrooper officers had the E11, and some of the standard Shoretroopers also had the E11. But you can put him in various fighting poses and things like that, as long as you balance it correctly to get him to stand. This is the 2021 re-release of Jyn Erso with a photoreal head sculpt, and she is beautiful. I really love the way that she looks. If you haven't watched my review of her, you need to go and watch it. And you can see how they compare with each other. And that's realistic. Jyn is 5'3" tall. So this Shoretrooper would be right about 6 feet tall, 2 meters. So really cool. If you don't have these action figures, you need to pick them up while you can. Ladies and gentlemen, the Star Wars Black Series Archive Shoretrooper action figure.